Hello, and this is Chris Burns from Slash Gear. Today we're taking a look at the brand new iPad. This is an iPad from 2012. This is the new iPad, meaning it has a Retina display and a A5X processor inside. And the big differences between this and the previous generation iPad are those exact same things. It has a Retina display, means it's much higher definition than the old version. It has the A5X processor instead, chip inside instead. That means it's made specifically for this device rather than this one has the A5 processor inside there. Then this device is just a tiny bit thicker than this version. This is a little bit heavier, but these two versions, in fact, are very similar. Way much more similar than the other addition that's coming to this particular version, which is 4G. Now, that version of the tablet is a little bit thicker and a little bit heavier than this version, this being the Wi-Fi only. So these two versions are essentially the same. Now, if I hold them up next to one another, you'll see, first of all, you'll notice that this other one has a little bit of a skin on it, so it looks a little bit different. But if you disregard that a little bit, you'll see that these are essentially the same width there, thickness. The buttons are in the same place. Everything is on the same place, all around the edges there. All around the edges is the same. And then on the back, the camera is a bit different. Now, this version, the old one, this has my baby on here, by the way, that's Annie. This one has a less than 1 megapixel camera, whereas the new version has a 5 megapixel camera. That makes a big difference when it comes down to it, because with your 1 megapixel camera, you're taking videos that are extremely small and not very awesome at all. Whereas with the new camera on this new iPad, you're able to take not only 5 megapixel camera shots, you're able to take 1080p video. Now, with the camera comes a new camera app as well. This is the new version, which, as you can see, gets extremely high definition right away. And interestingly enough, you're able to see the, if you can see from there, the pixels in the music, which I'm getting right here. Now, this app is extremely simple. You're able to get to the previous image you took right here, flip the camera backwards there, switch between camera and video down here, and then up here you're able to tap it to take a video or a photo. That's set really nicely right where your thumb would be, so it's a little bit more natural to use this interface than the previous version. Now, I'll tap back out. Next thing I want to show you here is that most of the applications are the same. Now, most of these applications are essentially exactly the same as they've been in the previous versions, since the operating system hasn't changed that much. The operating system using on this previous version is iOS 5.0. This is 5.1. It's essentially the same. There's a few different tweaks here and there, but you're working with pretty much the same operating system. A new cool thing you have with this version of the operating system, on the other hand, is this little thing right here. And what this is able to do is, if you tap it, hello, are you listening to me? Please type what I'm saying. And it should be able to type exactly what I'm saying. Now, you might recognize this little microphone from Siri on iPhone 4S. This is not Siri. Instead, it is just the voice recognition piece of that puzzle. So that's what we have so far on this device. Got pretty close. Back out of there. This device is, it's the same classic design hardware. It's a little bit different in, in the display and in the ability to play hardcore games like these. But what you're getting is an advanced version of this. These are the same iPad. How do I say that? They're from the same line. This is just an improved version of it. Now, if you already have this version, I would be hard-pressed to say that you really need this version. If you, on the other hand, you have the original iPad, this is definitely an awesome upgrade.